All right.
Welcome back to TUTV. My name's Jack.
I'm Joseph.
It's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen y'all. The last thing we did was we did one remote package, didn't we?
I believe so.
I think so, but the live stream was the biggest thing, and we have some updates. Okay.
Yeah. What happened?
So, the live stream happened.
Okay.
People got elected.
People
right?
did get elected.
Someone got elected, and then they're like, "Yo, I don't think so." And they're like, "Shoot, let's try again. Let's look at it again." And they're like, "No, yeah, this guy definitely got elected."
Okay.
And then a bunch of people were like, "No, I think you're wrong."
Yeah.
They got kind of mad.
And they did get pretty mad. They had a big party, and a bunch of people got together, and they all walked down the street, and
they all got together, and they broke into a local building, and it got a little wild. It was a little bit cringe. It was a little bit cringe, but we got some good outfits. At least some guy was dressed like a Viking. I don't know. Maybe that's our update. That's our update for the break. We'll see you for the rest of the show.
Hi everyone, welcome to TUTV News. I'm Harry Lebowski.
And I'm Parker. We missed you. We got some news for you this week.
As virus cases continue to rise, the effort to increase COVID-19 vaccine production is still underway, with companies like Novavax and Johnson & Johnson putting the finishing touches on their respective vaccines. The Novavax vaccine consists of one dose and is currently shown to have an 89% effectiveness rate on most strands of the virus. The Johnson & Johnson one-shot vaccine has proven to be 85% effective in preventing severe cases of coronavirus. Experts say that these slightly weaker vaccines are still very useful in the fight against the virus. Dr. Anthony Fauci says that the vaccines such as these have the possibility to lessen the demand on the United States healthcare system.
Last Friday, the Oklahoma House of Representatives and Senate issued new COVID-19 protocols that include exempting lawmakers from wearing masks. The new protocol includes a mask mandate for both visitors and staff in common areas on the Capitol's premises, but representatives and senators are only, quote, strongly encouraged to wear masks, end quote. According to multiple reports, nearly half the House members did not wear masks during the Chamber's Organizational Day meeting back in early January.
Back in October, the city of Tulsa was presented with a federal grant of $1 million to put toward homeless relief for military veterans. The grant is meant to stretch over a 3-year time span and aims to find homes for approximately 100 of Tulsa's homeless veterans. According to numbers from the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, veteran homelessness in Oklahoma is declining. The Volunteers of America's Transition in Place program housed its first homeless veteran using funds from the grant just last week.
Former President Donald Trump's second impeachment trial begins in just over a week. Currently, both his legal team and the future of the trial remain uncertain. Butch Bowers and Deborah Barbier, two of the most prolific lawyers on Trump's team in the past cases, have reportedly parted ways with him after an alleged mutual decision was reached. No direct explanation for this decision was revealed. Regardless of the status of Trump's legal team, it is widely believed that a conviction is unlikely after a majority of Republican senators voted to dismiss his trial altogether last week. The trial is centered around Trump's role in the attacks at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th of this year and is set for February 9th.
Last Thursday, President Joe Biden signed 2 executive orders countering attempts made by former President Trump to eliminate the Affordable Care Act and Medicaid. Among other instructions, President Biden's orders directs agencies to re-examine some insurance policies that exclude people with pre-existing conditions. The current pandemic has added to a sense of urgency that normally accompanies a president's first days in office. Many of his orders seek to regulate the coronavirus's impact on the United States. Other executive orders that the president has signed thus far include efforts to emphasize climate change issues, such as ordering the U.S. to rejoin the Paris Agreement. Biden also repealed the permit for the controversial Keystone Pipeline project.
Another piece of news that I heard just about an hour or two ago is that Jeff Bezos is planning on stepping down from Amazon as CEO.
Really?
Yeah.
The Jeff Bezos with like infinite money?
Yeah, that one.
That one? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he just has too much money.
That could be it, yeah. It probably starts looping around where once you have so much money, it's kind of like having no money.
Yeah,
So,
maybe he's just bored of having so much money.
True.
You know, what he should try doing is he should try putting one of us in charge.
I think so. I think that would be Jeff Bezos, if you're watching this, I'm okay with having your money. So
I also would love some money.
I want it more than he does, though.
But do you, though? I mean, like, I don't really know.
I don't know.
Anyway, while we
Your
talk
choice.
about this, let's move on with the show.
Hey guys, welcome back to TUTV. Today we're here with Kennedy Perez. She is now the president of the Association of Black Collegians. Last time we talked, you were the vice president, so you made it you went up the ladder. How's it been being the president now? Any new changes? Any new responsibilities?
Yes. So a lot of new responsibilities. In that everything not falls on you, but before you're not necessarily the designated contact for everything, right? So not everything is filtered through you, but now everything is kind of being filtered through me. So it's always interesting to see how I have to balance talking to different people at different times. I have to coordinate the meetings now and lead them, which is something I didn't really have to do before. So I mean, in the bulk of the planning, approvals, things like that, it's all really your decision now. So
Right.
And you always kind of doubt, you're like, okay, am I choosing wisely? But it's been working so far. So.
Good. Yeah, I always respect people in those leadership positions on campus. I couldn't do it. It couldn't be me, but I respect people that can do that kind of stuff.
Definitely been an adjustment.
Yeah. For me, I like to kind of coast doing, helping the club out, you know what I mean? But not, doing a lot, maybe doing interviews once a week like this. Anything more than that is above my pay grade. But that's great. It's good to hear that, that's been going well. So Black History Month just started. And I know that you guys are planning some events for this month. So tell us a bit about what you guys have planned, what you guys have to look forward to.
Yeah, so I feel like first and foremost, because one of these is happening today, actually, right now on our Instagram account. So Mondays and Wednesdays, we will be featuring a Black-owned business on our Instagram account as kind of like a little spotlight and encouraging the Tulsa community and the campus and our following to get out and support these businesses as much or in any capacity that you can. So Mondays are actually student businesses here on campus, right? Today's business is actually the Glam Essential, run by a sophomore, Kayla Lewis. She's actually our vice president.
Cool.
It's a nail business. So check out our Instagrams. It's at Tulsa ABC. If you want to check out her business, see how you can order, see her work. She's phenomenal. And Wednesdays are for local businesses in the Tulsa area. So same deal, just a Tulsa area owned business. So that'll be every Monday and every Wednesday.
Cool. How did you get in touch with some of these businesses? How did you reach out to them?
Google. You Google what I did was I Googled the business and then I found some contact info, sent out an email, and was able to get in contact with them from there.
Awesome.
Kind of worked out what all it's going to consist of and things like that.
Sweet. And I was going to ask, if some of these events have been hard to plan due to COVID restrictions, but has this been easier because you're able to, highlight these businesses without having to, have events where you meet in person?
I would say in a lot of ways it's been easier. So yeah, I would say kind of with the whole social media spotlight, I would say that's been a little easy to do since it's, just taking place on social media.
Right.
And as opposed to getting like all the businesses together in one spot like we have in the past, which has been a little bit more work. However, our soul food soiree, which is actually taking place the 18th of this month. I keep thinking it's January. My goodness, it's not. Has been a little. It's been a little different to plan because it's usually over in the dining center. The dining center's been moved, so it's in kind of the new Pat Case in the Union. It's still happening.
Good.
Food will still be on. It's just gonna look a little bit different. You can't really stay and linger, but you know, it's just kind of hard to envision. Kind of like one of your big annuals in such a different light, and you're trying to still hold it in any capacity that you can, because you don't really want to lose it, because it's such a great event for like campus engagement, bringing a lot of people together. I mean, like everyone comes out to the soiree,
right,
so
right.
You know,
big improvement from regular weekly cafeteria food for sure.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, that's well. It's good that you at least have something planned out and you're able to, you know, have the food there. It's tough that, you know, it can't be the same as it's been, but
I know we're gonna try. We're still gonna try to replicate the vibe.
Perfect. And well, I mean, if someone's interested in joining the Association of Black Collegians, if this sounds interesting to them, who would they need to get in touch with? How would they be able to contact y'all?
So you can contact us at our email account. So that's tulsau.abc@gmail.com. So if you wanted to get in touch with us, get on our email list, see other ways you can get involved. We will be having a general meeting next month in March, around mid-March. So you have plenty of time if you want to reach out before then, or if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me directly. My email is kmp5256@utulsa.edu. You can reach out to either one. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to the the ABC email. I check them both regularly.
Perfect.
So, yeah, if you have any questions, want to know how you can get more involved, you know, maybe want to help out with some events, yeah, just let me know.
Awesome, Kennedy. Well, thank you so much for talking with me again. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
And hope this month goes well.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm David Jeffalone. Welcome back to TUTV Sports.
And I'm Ethan. Let's jump right into the episode.
The Golden Hurricane football team had a great season this year, finishing off with them playing their first bowl game since 2016. Tulsa had a very tumultuous season, marked with 6 games being postponed or canceled throughout their season. In spite of these difficulties, they had a 6-1 record in the regular season and earned a spot in the American Conference Championship game against Cincinnati. After losing to a close game, Tulsa selected to play in the Lockheed Armed Forces Bowl against Mississippi State, a team which went 3-7 this past season. The game was close and the tensions between the teams were high. Tulsa eventually lost 26-28 when the teams met in the middle of a field to shake hands after the game. A number of players began to push and shove and a large fight broke out. Coach Montgomery expressed disappointment in the team for fighting, but was proud that they finished strong as a unit.
The 2021 Super Bowl matchup is shaping up to be a great game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The story of the NFL postseason has been quarterback Tom Brady leading his Bucs to playoff wins against the Washington Football Team, New Orleans Saints, and Green Bay Packers. Despite being the underdogs in all 3 matchups, Brady has helped the Bucs become the first team in the NFL history to play in a Super Bowl that is hosted by their home stadium. On the other side of the bracket, the Kansas City Chiefs made it to the Super Bowl after narrowly defeating the Cleveland Browns and soundly defeating the Buffalo Bills. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes should be healthy for the Super Bowl after getting a concussion against the Browns and being questionable for the game against the Bills. The Super Bowl will be played in Tampa Bay, Florida on Sunday, February 7th.
The NBA is back off to a full swing after a short off-season, but between big trades and strict COVID protocols, this season has gotten off to a very exciting start. The biggest trade news involves former Houston Rockets star James Harden being traded to the Brooklyn Nets after 8 seasons with the Rockets. He is the latest addition to an already star-studded roster, including Kyrie Irving, who formerly played for the Boston Celtics, and two-time finals winner Kevin Durant. The Brooklyn Nets made the news once again when Irving was videoed maskless at a house party after missing a number of Nets games for personal reasons. This result of this was a hefty $50,000 fine, and he will forgo $400,000 for every game he misses.
The Tulsa women's basketball team has faced a number of cancellations, postponements, and tough losses, but have held their own in the season so far. They currently hold a 5-6 record. Elsewhere in the NCAA women's basketball landscape, the South Carolina team is looking like an early frontrunner for the championship. The team is currently ranked at number 2 in the nation, with a record of 14-1. The Gamecocks had 2 of last year's starters drafted to the WNBA in the first round, so a lot of responsibility is being placed on those remaining from last year's roster to step up. Other teams near the top of the rankings include Louisville, UConn, and North Carolina State.
The National Hockey League also started up on January 13th. In weeks since, one of the biggest stories to emerge from the NHL is Pierre-Luc Dubois and his struggles with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Dubois signed a 2-year, $10 million contract with the Blue Jackets in the offseason, but when the season began, he requested a trade. After being denied a trade, he started to play with a noticeable lack of effort, which incurred negative comments from the Blue Jackets organization and fan base. Jarmo Kekalainen eventually benched Dubois before trading him to the Winnipeg Jets for Patrick Laine.
So did you see the fight after the TU game?
I did not, but my grandmother texted me about it.
Yeah, I had turned the game off right before the fight with like a minute left in the game, and I guess a big brawl managed to break out in that 1-minute stretch.
Man.
But yeah, I saw that 13 TU players had been given punishments from the fight, but none of the Mississippi State players had been punished yet.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so.
Was it started by us? Do you happen to know?
I think it's a thing where no one really knows who started it.
Okay.
So.
Well, I guess we'll catch you guys next week. All right, bye.
Bye.
Hello and welcome back to TUTV Entertainment. I'm Christina.
And I'm Catherine. It's our first episode back and we have lots of great stories for you. So let's get into it.
Tulsa Circle Cinema and Admiral Twin Drive-In were chosen as satellite sites for this year's Sundance Film Festival. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the festival, which normally takes place in Utah, was forced to move to an alternate format. The week-long event began last Thursday, January 28th, with screenings online and at select theaters across the nation. The festival also included online Q&A sessions with filmmakers, actors, and behind-the-scenes content. Over 70 films made their debut over the 7-day period. Circle Cinema held in-person screenings of this year's lineup at 20% capacity, so as to abide by COVID regulations. The Sundance Film Festival is best known for highlighting the efforts of independent films and filmmakers.
The upcoming film, Killers of the Flower Moon, is holding an open virtual casting call for extras. The production team is looking for individuals 18 and over to portray life in 1920s Oklahoma. Filming will take place in the Tulsa, Bartlesville, and Osage County areas throughout the upcoming spring and summer months. Those who are interested can fill out the form on the Background Oklahoma website. Killers of the Flower Moon is an upcoming film starring Oscar winners Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro, which tells the story of the Osage murders and the start of the FBI.
Netflix's upcoming original film, Namaste Wahala, is bringing together two of the world's biggest film industries. The film is a collaboration between Bollywood, the term coined for India's film industry, and Nollywood, Nigeria's. Bollywood and Nollywood each produce more films per year than any other movie industry in the world, including Hollywood. Namaste Wahala, which translates loosely to Hello Trouble, is an intercultural love story between a Hindi man and a Nigerian woman. Originally set to release in April of last year, the film was repeatedly pushed back due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The film will finally be available on Netflix this February 14th, Valentine's Day.
The hit 2008 film Cloverfield will finally be getting a direct sequel. The Cloverfield franchise has produced a number of spin-offs following the first film's success. However, none of them have been official sequel to the original story. The original Cloverfield is a found footage monster flick that follows a group of 20-somethings as they attempt to survive a monster attack on New York. J.J. Abrams, who produced the original film and directed 2 of the recent Star Wars movies, will be returning to work on the Cloverfield sequel. Few other details have been released so far, but it has been announced that the sequel will not follow the same found footage format as the original.
Kraft is celebrating Valentine's Day this year by releasing a limited edition candy mac and cheese. The company announced mid-last week that they'd be giving away a box of the festive pink noodles to 1,000 lucky recipients. According to a statement by Kraft, the noodles include a pink flavor packet with a hint of candy sweetness. Kraft said, quote, "Sure, it sounds a little strange, but hey, love makes people do strange things," end quote. You can enter to win a box on the Candy Kraft Mac and Cheese website from now until February 8th. So, candy mac and cheese, that sounds extremely odd to me. Do you have any thoughts on that?
To be honest, I don't really have mac and cheese
Okay.
back where I'm from, so mac and cheese itself is a bit of an odd concept, let alone candy mac and cheese. The pink, I like the sound of, though. I do like pink.
I think pink mac and cheese would be pretty to look at. I just don't know how it's going to taste. So, like, I mean, have you had mac and cheese before?
Oh, yeah, just not out of the box.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Well, I think that's all the time we have. We've agreed that candy mac and cheese sounds strange. I'm Christina.
And I'm Catherine. Thank you for watching.
And we'll see you next week.
Do you know Robert Kraft?
I don't.
He's that billionaire, guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Not related to the mac and cheese.
Really?
No, there's 2 people that I know named Kraft, and it's Robert Kraft, the billionaire.
Okay.
And then I think the original guy was named like William Kraft.
William Kraft.
I looked it up recently.
Familiar. Wait, William and Rob. Okay, yeah, I get it. You sure that's not the same person?
Not the same person.
Oh.
It's not even related.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Awesome. Do you hear they're filming a Scorsese film in Tulsa?
I totally missed that, really. Are you going to be an extra? I heard that you're going to be an extra.
I should be an extra, dude. Go from TUTV hosting to a Scorsese film. That's a major career move.
It's a step down.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Maybe lateral movement, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, from this to Scorsese. I mean, all I know is Sam Moody's going to be the next Scorsese. I could tell.
Yeah.
I already know. You can see him directing up in the booth. You see how well he does this. Imagine what he could do in the film world, right?
Absolutely. Sam, if you need anybody, hit me up. I'm trying to get in with you, so let's get it.
He can be the lead, and I want to be like the love interest, like the side love interest that ends up getting killed like 20 minutes in. And it's like, oh, so sad.
Well, you're giving the whole plot away. Take it easy.
Happy.
Calm
all
down.
right. It's
all up here, guys. Trust us. It's coming.
I'm a character actor, and my character getting killed is my thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I also kind of want to be a character actor like Steve Buscemi, like the weird-looking character. I kind of have the eyes for it, like the weird bulging eyes, but like Steve Buscemi's character is always like just funny-looking. That's his thing. Remember in Spy Kids 2?
Yeah.
You seen that one?
You seen Fargo?
Yeah.
They literally describe him. Oh, you seen the funny-looking fella?
Literally, that's his character. He's funny-looking. Spy Kids 2, he's a scientist. And he's like, he's great.
Well, I guess today we've talked about a lot of things, including Steve Buscemi's filmography. That's awesome.
Next week we'll have Steve on the show, and we'll talk with him. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good one.